Number 3, Duke. And the newly appointed #1 team in the country, that would be Michigan. That would be sensational freshman Cam Boozer. Duke, 10 wins all time versus AP #1 teams. John Shire wanted an NCAA tournament ball because this is likely, could be, very well could be a Final Four preview. Isaiah Evans, the sophomore, 2 of his 14 early goings. Yaxo Lendenberg, open, triple, got it. Michigan up 14-12, early goings, 1 loss Michigan, 10 minutes to go in the half. Michigan 6 wins this season against AP-ranked teams, hits another triple. He averages just under 15 a game. He had 16 in the first half. These big fellas can throw it down. Morez Johnson Jr. over Cam Boozer. Michigan up 28-27. 2 minutes to go in the half. Cam Boozer soft off the glass. Gets 2 free throws, does Duke, so they go into the break up by 2. Though Michigan 5-0 when trailing at the break this season. Second half, Caleb Foster, shrugging off the defense in the paint. He'll finish that. Duke up by 8, their largest lead of the night. For most of this game, it was within 5 the whole game. Lendenberg, again, it's a triple. It's a 1-point game. He had a game-high 21, his 5th 20-point game this season. But Duke, man, come on. Boozer's screen frees up Evans, 59-56. Boozer sets another screen. Defense forgets about him. Yo, he's got a stroke, too. Cam Boozer with the triple, pops sitting courtside. He knows a thing or two about playing big games for Duke. But Michigan, man, not going away. 1:40 to go. Elliot Cadeau hits a triple. Michigan, 40% from the field, though. That is a season low. This closing seconds of the game, Duke up by 3. They secure the offensive board, and that is how Duke is going to, can you call it an upset? I guess if you're looking at 3 versus a 1, but what a game. Duke, 68-63. Here's Cam Boozer after the win.
I'm just proud of my guys. That's a great team. We battled them. They're strong, they're physical. But we're also strong and physical. So I love games like this. Our team loves it. You see them celebrating back there. It's a great win for us. Good energy, good vibes. I love these guys, man. We're going to keep battling.
Cam Boozer just continues to gain accolades and notoriety this season. He becomes just the 3rd freshman in the history of the AP men's basketball poll since 1948 to have at least 15 points, 10 boards, 5 assists in a win over a #1 ranked team, joining UCLA's TJ Leaf and Mizzou's Anthony Peeler on that very exclusive list.
All right, Duke relied upon its talented freshmen. Arizona did not have Koa Pete, their own freshman star. It's a top 4 showdown in the Big 12. Arizona visiting 2nd-ranked Houston. Anthony Del Orso jumping into the passing lane, finishing and 1. He had 14 points in the first half. Arizona was frisky early, already up 7. Jaden Bradley to Del Orso, which is Italian for of the bear, and up by 9.
I thought it was a pasta.
It could be.
That's Orzo.
That's Orzo. That's a different deal. Bradley coming off the screen. So Bradley and Del Orzo, they scored or assisted on 29 out of 36 first-half points for the Wildcats. Had a 5-point lead at the break. Del Orzo, all 3 of his 20-point games this year coming against AP-ranked opponents. Here's another talented freshman, Kingston Fleming's driving, and he kicks that to Emmanuel Sharp. 4 dimes for Fleming. Sharp had 14 points. Cougs down by just 4. Fleming's and 1. Houston within 1 after the made free throw. But Milos Uzan, you know Milos, and Tommy Lloyd calls a timeout. Arizona is down by 2 late. Del Orso splashing a 3, and now Arizona's back up by 1. He had a game-high 22 points. Arizona dominated Houston in the paint. 38-20 was the advantage. That was Motias Krivas, just 4 points, but a mountain of a man. And then Bradley driving fadeaway, and the Wildcats push this lead out to 10. But here comes Houston. Flemings under pressure, pull-up triple. He's just a freshman. 12 of his team high 17 coming in the second half, but Bradley calming things down. Again, in the paint, he had 17 to go with 4 rebounds and 4 dimes. In Arizona, you want to talk to Sampson? Arizona takes first place in the Big 12 over Kelvin Sampson and Houston. So Arizona with 3 wins now against top 3 opponents already this season. That ties the most such wins in the regular season in the AP poll era since 1948-49.
Cool little insight. All right, back here stateside. Got A.J. DeBonsa, number 23, BYU, taking on number 6, Iowa State. For BYU, 5 losses against AP top 10 teams this season. They're not that great when they have to play 2 levels of competition. DeBonsa, though, with the drive and the finish. BYU up by 1, and then it's DeBonsa again. Cougars were actually up at the break, 39-30. Closing minutes here of the first. Falling away, gets the deuce. Iowa State, 4 straight wins over AP top teams this season, so something has to give. Second half now, 6 minutes to go. BYU up 57-54. It's DeBonsa. Golly. Acrobatics through the air. BYU up by 5 for the sensational freshman. What a powerhouse freshman class this year across college basketball. Robert Wright loses the rock. Refs say it's Iowa State's ball. Another look, it's off Josh Jefferson. Call overturned. So it's BYU's rock. Next BYU possession, they're up 7. DeBonsa kicking it out. Sharing is caring. And BYU, 2-6 versus AP-ranked teams, get their second win against a top team, 79 to 69.
Honestly, too talented to keep falling in some of these big matchups is BYU. Our bracketologist, Joe Lenardi, with us now from his bracketology bunker. Iowa State, Joe, right? One of 3 top 6 teams to lose on Saturday. How do those results affect your 1 seeds right now?
Iowa State, also the 4th number 1 seed in the NCAA committee's top 16 reveal yesterday, and they go down less than 12 hours after that. So we take a look. All in all, it's UConn back on the top line. They take a loss this week against Creighton. Not a good loss, but a ton of results elsewhere, and they move back up. Iowa State to the 2 line where they probably should have been all along. And these are the top 4 teams in the country on the left, but it's a loaded season. Any of those teams on the right can also go to Indy for the Final Four.
Didn't see, Joe, Kansas on that list. They lost at home to an unranked Cincinnati team yesterday. Darren Peterson did play. How did that loss and how will that loss affect their seeding?
I think when you look at Kansas, you're looking more off the court than you're looking in the bracket. Their bracket position, they're still a 3 seed, although slipping a bit. When I look at Kansas, I just wonder what their ceiling is, because we know when Darren Peterson plays and is available, they're as good as anybody in the country. But sometimes he seems disinterested. Sometimes his team seems disinterested. So it's just not a team that I want to circle a bunch of times on my bracket, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, this time of the year means Joey Brackets will be joining the program far more often. Joe, fantastic to see you. Thanks for spending a couple minutes with us this morning. Game in an NBA arena. It's a 3 versus a 1. The 1 goes down. The newly anointed 1 in Michigan. Cam Boozer, the sensational freshman, a big part of the reason why. How else did Duke upset number 1 here?
Well, both teams defended the 3 well,
yeah.
No doubt about it. But the bottom line, defensively for Duke, they did a great job. Michigan was averaging 41 points in the paint going into that game.
Yeah.
They only got 24. They were only giving up 25. Duke got 34. The bottom line is they attacked them offensively. They went at their bodies. They attacked the paint. Cam Boozer was spectacular, but he was far from alone. Patrick Bonga was phenomenal in this game. That was a great play coming out of a timeout for a lob. They were aggressive on the glass. They out-rebounded Michigan 41-28. All those numbers in a physical, hard-played game like that, the hustle point parts of it are huge.
You're saying there's a little bit of nuance, too, going from a college arena to playing in something like Capital.
Well, in my experience, there is the tension of the rims in an NBA arena versus, or the tension of the rims for an NBA team compared to college has always been different. Now, I'm not sure what it is there because obviously Georgetown plays in that building too. But there's no doubt about it. All the experiences of that. I mean, we used to go practice in an NBA practice facility or another arena before we would go play a game if we could, just to get used to that. And then there's the different way it's set up. Absolutely. But the rims, that's real, no matter what anybody tells you.
I'd never heard that.
Light's not too bright for Cam Boozer, though.
No, Boozer looked just fine. As for Arizona, they go on the road. They've been reeling of late. They lost 2 of 3 lately. All they do is knock off Houston in Houston. Where were the Wildcats able to pose the most problems for the Cougars?
Well, this guy right here played pretty good. He didn't have a lot of points, but he was really good inside, really good defensively, Matthias Krivas.
Yeah.
But the bottom line, no Koa Pete, who's one of the best freshmen in the country.
Right.
They still played well. Ivan Karchenkov is an incredible matchup. This guy right here, Anthony Del Orso, all right, had 4 steals inside of this game, 22 points. Before the BYU game Wednesday night, he was averaging 4 points in 9 games. He's had back-to-back 22-point games, highly effective. Ivan Karchenkov was fantastic at hunting switches, hunting matchups. He can play what they call small ball 4. You know, with this lineup, he can play the 3, he can play the 4. Created all kinds of problems.
Yeah.
An excellent game, but those 2 guys, I wouldn't call them unsung, but they were the guys that made the difference. One other guy, Jaden Bradley, who's one of the best point guards in the country, absolutely. 17 points, 37 minutes, 1 turnover. That's pretty impressive against that Houston defense.
And now all of a sudden, Coach, it's rearranging furniture in this top 5. A lot of different moving pieces. Arizona picking up their 3rd win this season against an AP top 3 opponent. Coach Crean, much appreciated.
Thank you.
Elsewhere, let's get to the SEC. Unranked matchup, wild finish. Auburn taking on Kentucky. Auburn's lost 5 straight. We got a Tiger turnover. Otega Owe taking it the other way and throwing down a couple of his 29 points. He's got back-to-back games of 25 or more for the first time in his career. 1-point lead. Kentucky is called for an offensive foul. Colin Chandler is like, could I be committing a more obvious foul? Because he does. He
Arm
pushes.
extended. Okay.
He absolutely pushes Kevin Overton. And Mark Pope is upset. Chandler, I mean, the gum would be perfection. Overton gets blocked, but we got a rebound, put back, ball game. It's Elijah Freeman. He had 11 points, 3 rebounds, 2 points and 1 rebound right here. It's the difference. Auburn wins by 1. Mark Pope, not at all happy.
Those motherfuckers try to find me in school. They did not say a word about how they cheated on them.
He didn't say it at the podium.
Sure.
Right? He didn't say it with a water bottle position right here, right in front of him. He did say it, though, within earshot of a mic.
We're supposed to.